Hey y'all, and welcome to day 22 of our 31 Days with Shadow Work series. Can y'all believe we are in week 4 already? Y'all, this month is going by so damn fast. But we're in week 4 where we are going to be talking about relationships, love, and vulnerability. All right, so as y'all know, each week we are diving into brand new prompts that are going to help you explore your shadows and enhance your healing journey. So today's prompt is all about romantic relationships, right? So remember, this is a safe space for self-discovery. Give yourself grace, compassion, and patience as you go through this process. Let's get into it. So today's prompt is, where do you struggle to be vulnerable in romantic relationships? So I love this question, and I love that we're diving into this topic especially after talking about work, because a lot of us cap our vulnerability, especially in this world of dating, with all the dating apps, with all the ghosting, the blocking, there's never situationships, like with all the just lack of clarity in dating. A lot of us cap our vulnerability because a lot of us are probably thinking like, well, they're not going to be around that long anyway, so there's no point in me expressing this to them. They're not going to understand me, so there's no point in expressing this to them. Like, a lot of us are capping the level of vulnerability we're willing to give. Like, a lot of us are willing to have sex, protected or unprotected. A lot of us are willing to do sneaky link type things. You're willing to go on dates, you're willing to spend money, you're willing to invest in romance in other ways, but you're not willing to emotionally. And so a lot of us are stuck in that bubble where it's like we want to be more vulnerable. We want to have more vulnerable experiences in our romantic relationships, but we've already capped ourselves. So I would say for me, where I struggle to being vulnerable in romantic relationships, I would say it's like going back to the Superwoman thing, is I don't like being sad. Like, I don't ever like express sadness, or I don't ever express like hurt or things like that, because I think men perceive me, because I take care of shit. Like, I take care of stuff. Men perceive me as someone who could just take care of myself as well. So it's, in my experience, it's been pointless to express those things, because it's not like my romantic partner is like jumping to solve the problem, or jumping to help, or jumping to take care of things for me when it comes to that aspect. So it's like, what's the point? So I feel like that's where I struggle. And even as I like pursue dating moving forward, like, I am more so looking for someone that I can invest in emotionally, and someone that I can, like, if I'm sad, I have a shoulder to cry on, or if I'm having a bad day, they're going to help enhance my day, not make it worse, or not treat it as if it's not important to them because it's not happening to them. So I would say that's where I struggle with when it comes to being vulnerable. It's just expressing negative emotions, or allowing myself to have a bad day, and to have or to need alone time, or to need space, and things like that. So I want you to ask yourself, where are you struggling with vulnerability in your romantic relationships? Are you capping your vulnerability? Are you completely putting up a wall and you're not being vulnerable at all? And people who date you, or people you have sex with, they don't know anything about you at all, because you're not willing to share. And also ask yourself where you're struggling with partners. So sometimes our romantic partners are very vulnerable and they are very open, and we don't know how to receive that, or vice versa. Our partners are very shut off, or our partners, or the people we're interested in, aren't very vulnerable and aren't really willing to connect with you emotionally, but you keep choosing those partners. So ask yourself why that is. Where are you struggling with vulnerability in your romantic relationships? Thank y'all for joining me, and we're going to continue this topic tomorrow for another day of 31 Days of Shadow Work. If you are participating in the series, please use the hashtag 31 Days of Shadow Work and tag me at Karen Jewelry on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. See y'all tomorrow for day 23.